Hi everybody, welcome to my personal analysis of The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I just thought it'd be easier if I put all of my ideas into a PowerPoint, so that is what we will be going over today. To start off with, we'll begin with the impacts of on my beliefs. Personally, I am a skeptic. I don't think, even with my background of living in a haunted house, I don't believe that exorcisms are a occurrence in this world. Although there are things that may make it seem like they are, it's just not my forte. Um, Although there are parts of the film and from BuzzFeed Unsolved that had many unexplained events and points in the story that are very hard to figure out and decipher from actual possession possession or mental illness. Um, One of these times was when Father Moore's lawyer justified the case by saying if the diagnosed mental illness were indeed facts, there would not be a case due to no room for questioning. That was a very valid point. I do agree with that. But in contrast to all of those facts, the exorcism took place in the 1900s when medical technology wasn't as developed as it could have been like today. And there could have been many mental illnesses that could have caused her situation, such as schizophrenia or dissociative identity disorder. This could describe some of her odd actions and thoughts because if she had schizophrenia, I believe that her hallucinations might have picked on what she feared most, and I know she had a really religious background, so maybe she feared being damned to hell or sent to the devil. So I think that her hallucinations were based off of fear. And then with dissociative identity disorder, I believe that that covers what happens in the audio tapes where she doesn't sound like a girl that she normally would. But because of this disorder, it could cause you to change how you speak, how you sound to others, how you are perceived. So I think those can make up for her actions and thoughts. And I also noticed that when I was looking up summaries of the movie, it said that she was suffering from disorders such as schizophrenia, but she thought that she was possessed. And this also falls true for the actual story. Many websites that say she was mentally ill, or say she was mentally ill, but it was mainly her own personal beliefs that she was possessed. As for real or Hollywood, I believe the entire film was based off true events, and then it had little side pockets of Hollywood, such as Emily mentioning all her demons that she's being possessed by. She did mention some, such as Judas and I don't remember who else, but she didn't mention Lucifer in the audio tapes, but in the movie she said that Lucifer is present in the flesh. So I believe that was obviously Hollywood. And then I think the reoccurring number 3 was made up just to add some drama and suspense to the film. I also don't believe that when Emily had her out-of-body experience, she completely walked outside and saw the Virgin Mary then and there. I think she might have woken up and thought she saw something in her room and just came to a conclusion about it. And I also want to believe that the doctor that was supposed to testify didn't actually die, because in any of the other films or documentaries that were watched, I didn't remember hearing anything about the doctor passing away from getting struck by a car, but you never know. My personal jury decision, as believable as the movie made The Exorcism seem, I am choosing the side of science, which means that I think that Father Moore and Emily's parents are found guilty. Although they might have had the right mindset for helping Emily based on their own personal beliefs, in the long run she did die from dehydration and malnutrition due to neglection. I believe that they should have tried harder in making sure that her medications were taken regularly and she got the doctor's appointment she needed to get truly better, but because she didn't have those, she suffered even more. And finally, my thoughts on the film. I personally thought it was more chilling than The Exorcism. I believe this because Emily's suffering, it wasn't so dramatic, and it kind of was more real-life situations. You wouldn't see a girl floating off of her bed during The Exorcism. That just doesn't seem believable to me. But for this, it shows actual things that could happen to someone in real life, which is another reason why I think it's so horrifying, because this film showed how destructive the human mind can be on a person, and then how harmful others can be when they take their own beliefs over what is right and will do good for someone. And it shows that anybody can fall victim to something like this. But overall, it was a really good movie, and I enjoyed watching it, and I enjoyed having you guys here to talk about it. Thanks. Bye.